In this lesson, we will learn to solve problems involving segments that meet on the inside and on the outside of circles. So beginning with segments that meet on the inside. Here we have a picture, and our objective is to solve for x. Now with segments that meet on the inside, there's a relationship with the different segments that are created. So notice we have 4 different segments that were created. We have this one that's 4, this one that's 5, and then this bottom one that's 8, and then this 4th one over here is x. The relationship is, if I were to look at one segment, so let's look at the one from right there to right here. Well, that segment is broken into 2 parts, 5 and 8. If I multiply 5 times 8, so 5 times 8, and then do the same thing for the other segment, so we have this other one broken up into 4 and x, so multiply the 4 times the x, then those would be equal. 5 times 8 would equal 4 times x. So then from here we can solve that, and we can simply divide both sides by 4. So we have 40 over 4, which would give me 10. So in this case, x would equal 10. And now we have segments that meet on the outside. So here we have 2 segments, and they meet here on the outside of the circle. And the relationship in this case is kind of similar to when they meet on the inside, where you'll be multiplying 2 numbers together and setting it equal to 2 other numbers multiplied together. But in this case, what we're doing is we're going to take the entire length of one segment. So looking here, from that point to this point, the entire length of that would be 8. So we take that and multiply it by just the outside portion of that segment. So from here to here, this length of 5 would be the outside portion. So we multiply 8 by the 5. And then set it equal to, and then do the same thing again with the other segment, where I have the entire length, which is x plus 4, and then multiply that by the outside portion of that segment. So from here to here, which has a length of 4. So what I have is going to be 8 times 5 equals 4 times x plus 4, or 4 plus x, same thing. So then from here, 8 times 5 is 40, 4 times 4 is 16, and 4 times x gives me 4x. So I have 40 equals 16 plus 4x. And then subtract 16 from both sides. Now I have 4x equals 24, and then divide both sides by 4. So now I have x equals 24 over 4, which would equal 6. And then here's another scenario where it's still meeting on the outside, but notice that this segment is a tangent segment. But still the same concept, where I take the entire length of the one segment. So looking here, the entire length is 3 plus 4, which is 7. And then multiply that by the outside portion of that segment. So from here to here, which is going to be 3. And then equals, and then we take the outside, or the entire length of this segment. So the entire length is x. And then multiply that by the outside portion, which is also, in this case, x. So what I have is 7 times 3 equals x times x. So 7 times 3 is 21, x times x is x squared, and then solve by taking the square root of both sides. When I do that, the square and the square root will cancel. Now I have x equaling the square root of 21. And that would be my solution. And you could put that into your calculator to get some actual number answer, and that would be 4 point something. And that concludes our lesson for today. We will see you next time.